Lesson 3. The single roll, the double roll, group of strokes, quality of practice. The single roll. The most important rudiment, and that which is the most widely used in playing the drum as well as the entire drum set, is the single-stroke roll or single roll. The word roll indicates a continuous sound from a series of strokes, in this case singles, one with the right hand and one with the left. Later on, we'll see that there also exist double rolls, pressed rolls, etc. It's very important, the moment we begin working simultaneously with both hands, that you have learned the exact movement of each hand singularly. Now let's see how to perform the single roll in the match grip, or symmetrical hands position. From the starting position, we bring the right hand, directing the tip of the stick towards the top of the arm, as usual, and leaving the other hand down. As the right hand descends, the left hand rises, and vice versa. It's very important that the up and down movement of the hands is simultaneously. That means the moment a hand begins downward, the other must begin to move upward, not after striking the drum. This is most important, especially if you want to reach high speeds. We'll start this way, and gradually, as we're able to control each motion, we'll be able to acquire more speed by taking advantage of the bounce. If we're using the traditional grip, the movement is this. As we've already stated, we leave the stick free to move by opening the finger when we play with higher volume or higher dynamics. Instead, we'll control the bounce with the help of the index and middle finger when we wish to play with a lower volume. The double roll. The second rudiment in order of importance is certainly the double-stroke roll or double roll. In this case, we play 2 strokes with the right hand and 2 with the left hand. My advice is to be very careful not to block the stick after playing the first of the 2 strokes for each hand. It is rather helpful to begin by practicing one hand at a time, in order to gain confidence with the bounce. The objective is to get 2 strokes with the same volume. You don't want to do this. Here we've gotten a louder beat and a softer one, because we have the stick too tight at its fulcrum. Instead, it should be left to bounce freely, helped and followed by the bounce. Once you've gained confidence with this type of movement, you can accelerate. And then work with both hands. The same goes for the traditional grip. Group of strokes. Another useful exercise for learning to control the bounce and getting your ear used to recognizing a series of a group of strokes is by playing 3 strokes to every hand, then 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 8 strokes for every hand. The hardest groups to assimilate are those with 5 and 7. My advice is to play them counting each of the various strokes of the group. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And once you've assimilated the sound of the entire group, you can stop counting. Here's an example of playing 3 strokes for every hand. Quality of practice. It's always difficult to find the time to practice. My advice is to totally concentrate on what you're doing. In this way, you'll be able to get the most out of the time you have. I always say that one needs to become the best teacher of oneself, carefully observing the movements when they are explained, and learning to observe the proper movements when you practice. The way I see it, there are 4 fundamental points for a quality practice session. The first is movement. Check that the movement that you're doing during the practice session is no different from that which has been explained. The second is about relaxing. You need to always be relaxed during practice, also with regards to breathing. The third point is rhythmic linearity. The strokes have to be regular in time, without hesitation. And the last point is about dynamics, the volume with which we play. There have to be dynamics between the right and left hands to avoid strokes that are played in a regular rhythm, a tempo, but with different volume between the 2 hands. We need to imagine that there is a limit above our sticks which you cannot cross. If we've decided to play at a height of 15 centimeters with the right hand, we have to do the same with our left hand. In this way, besides having rhythmic linearity, we'll also be able to have linearity in volume. Remember, it's not important the time dedicated to practicing, but the quality of it.